34th edition of the Surajkund Mela will also see the participation of craftspersons, artisans from all over the country, along with the participants from 41 countries. Himachal Pradesh is the participating in grand way as a theme state and Uzbekistan as a partner nation. This edition of the Mela will also see the participation of artists.
लोग आए हुए थे, हम लोग फाइन ट्यूनिंग कर रहे थे उनकी विजिट की और ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द सूरजकुंड मेला अथॉरिटी आई वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू ऑन द eve of the 34th Surajkund International Crafts Mela, which commences tomorrow morning with the inaugural by the Honorable President of India. It is a matter of great privilege and honor for us that a person no less distinguished than the President of India will be inaugurating the Mela tomorrow.
And we also have amongst us Mrs. Ritu Berry, who is not only one of the most distinguished and accomplished designers of India, but she also happens to be the cultural and tourism ambassador of the government of Uzbekistan to India. We have entered into an MOU with her and we are privileged that she has accepted our offer to be the honorary advisor to the Surajkund Mela Authority. She has helped us with the creatives, with the aesthetics of the Mela, and she is also going to choreograph and mount 3 fashion shows on February 2, 7 and 9 on the costumes of Uzbekistan, Himachal Pradesh and all the tribal costumes of India. So this is for the first time in the history of Surajkund Mela that we are going to have 3 fashion shows in one edition of the Mela, all choreographed by an internationally famous and reputed choreographer. The chairperson and chairman of the Surajkund Mela Authority. The Surajkund Mela Authority is a special purpose vehicle which has been created to cut through red tape and to fast track the organization of the Mela. The fact that in this year's edition of the Mela, we have a record number of 40 nations participating speaks volumes about how far we have traveled. I remember when we first made the Mela international, we got the participation of 3 or 4 SAARC nations. Yet last year, we had a record number of 30 nations participating, and this year we have 40 nations participating who have confirmed their participation till yesterday. Also, the Surajkund Mela Authority has signed an MOU with the British Council of the United Kingdoms, and beginning with this year's Mela, for the next 3 years, we will have craft persons of the United Kingdom taking part in the Mela for 3 years, and as an exchange cultural program, we'll have craft persons of Haryana going to the different fairs of the United Kingdom after that. And thereafter, we'll be very happy to take your questions. After the press conference, we'll have a small cultural program by the partner nation Uzbekistan and the theme state Himachal. So I would request you to stay back and enjoy the cultural program. Thank you very much.
We are very happy and proud to be a partner nation for the 34th Surajkund Mela Handicrafts Festival, which is one of the biggest handicrafts event in the world. Partnership of Uzbekistan with this significant event together. In a sense, our partnership in the Surajkund Mela is a celebration of friendship and the cultural ties that Uzbekistan and India enjoy for centuries. Dear friends, the government of Uzbekistan, Honorable President of Uzbekistan attaches very high importance to provide every support to handicrafts, to the development of handicrafts, to ensure their outreach to the world. Last year, as it was mentioned by Mr. Vijay Barhan, we have hosted Kokand International Handicrafts Festival, which was organized for the first time in Uzbekistan and which was a very big success. Very representative delegation from India took part in this event, and as one of the practical results of India's the participation in the Kokand International Handicrafts Festival, we have achieved the agreement of being Uzbekistan as part of Surajkund Mela for 2020, of understanding with Hunarmand Association of Uzbekistan, where we have announced the partnership of two important cultural events, two important festivals, Surajkund Mela and the Kokand International Handicrafts Festival. By the presence of Honorable President of India. Dear friends, as it was mentioned, Hunar is the same here in India and also in Uzbekistan. So this very fact shows how close is our the cultures, Uzbek and Indian cultures. And by we are also supporting the promotion of our the cultures, we are creating new bridges, and we are also, helping the young generation to think with creation, with creativity. So, from having said that, I would like to once again thank the organizers of this event and to the host organization of this event, Surajkund Mela, to the government of Haryana for giving us the opportunity to become the partner nation. I'm sure that the Uzbekistan's participation as the partner nation will become one of the landmark and unforgettable event in the history of Surajkund Mela. Thank you very much.
Here today on the occasion of 34th Surajkund International Crafts Mela 2020, which is going to be held from 1st February to 16th February 2020. I would like to at the outset thank the government of Haryana for giving an opportunity to the state of HIMACHAL Pradesh for considering us as a theme state in this year. This will give us an opportunity to promote tourism, handloom, handicraft of the state, cultural heritage and other Himachali products under one roof.
For all of us, and all of you present here from the media, will take our voice forward, and that's what we look for. We look for your support to make sure all the work with all our heart that we have put together, all these months that the Surajkund authorities have worked to put the decorations, to put the stalls, to do all the handwork. Can you see the stage is hand painted? Everything is done by hand by all our fabulous craftsmen and artisans. This is our time to now congratulate them, thank them, and make sure that we celebrate India. This is true celebration of India. As a fashion designer, I believe that our art, our craft, our artisans, our handwork is our soft power. We can do all the business in the world, we can create big companies and do $1 million transactions, but nobody can take away the real talent we have in our country. India is a real treasure trove of talent, from textiles to hand embroidery to our beautiful handwork, our jewelry, and this is a platform where you see so much talent. I'm very proud to associate with this amazing platform of the 34th Surajkund Art Fair, which I think is the biggest art fair in the world. And you have to take this to the people so that more and more people from different walks of life come and attend and see the pride from our country, the beautiful work from India, from Uzbekistan, and all the other international companies that are countries that are participating. I'm a cultural and tourism ambassador for Uzbekistan, and I had the great privilege to be invited to Kokand, where the Honorable President of Uzbekistan had done a big crafts fair. It's the biggest international fair that he put together, and it was very heartwarming that the highest office of a country gave so much respect to the art and craft of the country. He said that's something that most people don't care about. They don't even understand the glory that comes from our arts and craft. India can very proudly stand on a global platform and say we are the best, we are the highest producers of cotton, we do beautiful handwork that the whole world can stand on one side and India on the other. So I think this is our moment to celebrate, to feel proud as Indians, to support our arts, craft and culture, to support Uzbekistan and welcome them to our country. And I'm very happy to have Himachal Pradesh as our state partner. And I'm doing a fashion show with Himachal Pradesh as an inspiration. And I have to say, the beautiful fabric from Himachal Pradesh, the wonderful embroideries and borders that we've got, you must come and have a look at the show. So we are going to show a lot of ikat from Uzbekistan, a lot of tribal art from on the 7th from Nagaland and the northeast India, and a lot of beautiful embroideries and woolen fabric from Himachal Pradesh. I'm honored and I'm very grateful to all of you for being here, and I do hope you will support this initiative.
भारत सरकार रविंद्र पाटिल जी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा उनसे कि वो आप सबसे दफा दें.
In 1987 started with the collaboration of the Government of India, different ministries, Ministry of Tourism, Culture, Textiles, and with the leadership of the state government of Haryana in 1987. Today, after more than 30 years, we can feel proud of the fact that the small experiment which had started in 1987 has taken a global position. The step in going in the direction of internationalizing the Surajkund Crafts Mela started in the year 2013. If we look at it today, Surajkund International Craft Mela is possibly one of the most important events which happens for promoting Indian craft, culture, and in some ways promoting tourism. Nobody can ignore the importance of Surajkund International Fair. It's been in rightness of thing that we have Himachal Pradesh as the partner state, as Himachal is one of the states which is now coming forward for promoting tourism and potential of tourism in the country, apart from the other states like Kerala, Goa, Haryana, which have taken the lead earlier. It was very heartening to note that Himachal industry investment meet, which took place in November, had the prime focus on tourism industry promotion and investment promotion. It's a very logical consequence to that. They're joining hands here with us in Surajkund, taking another step in that direction, and we are grateful to the state of Himachal to have joined us in our endeavor here to showcase Himachal, of which the state of Haryana can feel proud about. I'm quite sure the experience the visitors would have would be a great experience which they would not forget. I'm quite sure that this would also give an opportunity to all the handicrafts people who would be joining hands to showcase their mastery, their products, and the opportunity which would offer them would make their visit to this Mela a fruitful exercise. Not just that, I'm quite sure this occasion will further go in strengthening the resolve of the governments to promote the handicrafts, to promote and ensure that the rich cultural heritage gets the prominence it deserves. In fact that the highest constitutional authority has agreed to come and inaugurate shows the commitment of the Government of India for activities and the occasions of this nature. We are grateful that the Honorable Governor of Haryana would be presiding the inaugural function tomorrow, and the resolve of the two state governments of making this happen successfully is reflected in the fact that the Honorable Chief Ministers of Haryana and Himachal would be there tomorrow at the inaugural function. It goes without saying that we would have His Excellency the Ambassador of Uzbekistan here as the partner nation. Given the kind of interest which all stakeholders have shown, I am quite sure this edition of Surajkund Fair Crafts Mela is going to be definitely few notches better than what it has been, and is going to achieve greater heights than what it has achieved in the past. I would like to make a request to all of you, not only to carry this message from here, but during the course of the Mela, have the feel of the place, see what is happening, see the beautiful crafts and promote those crafts. See the beautiful works of the craftsmen, promote their activities. By doing that, you will also be doing a national service in protecting and encouraging the Indian rich cultural heritage. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here, and I'm quite sure and hopeful that you continue your support and cooperation during the whole period of the Mela, ensuring that we all work together in making this Crafts Mela to newer heights. Thank you.
उसे क्लिक कर रहे हैं तो उनका आभार हिमाचल की तरफ से और अभिनंदन भी इस रूप में। Thank you, sir. Jamaat Sahab sir requested Mr. Farhat Asif, Ambassador of Uzbekistan also. Sir, please face this side, the camera. Thank you. Jamaat Sahab sir, thank you. अभिनंदन करेंगे। Thank you, sir. विजयवर्धन साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि मेरी सेक्रेटरी टूरिज्म हरियाणा श्री विजयवर्धन साहब योगेंद्र त्रिपाठी जी के इस मौके पर कर रहे हैं। I will request Mr. Vijayवर्धन to please.
Yes, sir.
इस सूरजकुंड मेले के साथ एडवाइजर के रूप में जो भी रिनाउन यहाँ मीट करेंगे सूरजकुंड मेला अथॉरिटी की तरफ से। और मोहन साहब से पुनः निवेदन है हिमांश साहब आदि हिमांश साहब हमारे एडिशनल चीफ सेक्रेटरी टूरिज्म उनकी लेन करें और साथ ही यूनुस साहब को जो डायरेक्टर टूरिज्म है हिमाचल प्रदेश उन्हें भी रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा and I will once again request Mr. Vijayवर्धन to be there. And now I will request Mr. Olupik Abdul Tourism and Mr. Vikas Yadav Saab, Chief Administrator, Surajkund Mela.